Hey there guys, it's Deirdre from Vegan Delight, and today's video is going to be how to run faster. So I got a question from someone that's watching the videos, how do I become a faster runner? So not that I'm a super fast runner, it's actually out of the three sports that I do, swim, bike, run, I find the run is the biggest struggle for me. But I do have access to a lot of very fast athletes in Canada. I've said before that my triathlon coach, Suzanne Zalazo, is one of the fastest women in Canada in triathlon. She's also a coach at University of Toronto for their track. And also she's the editor of Triathlon magazine. So I have access to a lot of information to do with sport and getting faster and all of that. So, Jonathan, come say hello. Jonathan's hardly ever in my videos. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I have a little list. I made a little list of different things that I've done to improve my run times. So number one thing would be to hire a coach. So when I started out running, first thing I did was get a coach because I didn't know if I had proper form while I was running. I didn't know how much I should run. I didn't know anything. So hired a coach, which has been the best thing for me. I've been with her now for 2.5 years. I see each year myself progressing. I'm becoming quite an athlete, I think. Definitely competitive in the age group category. So a coach could probably cost you anywhere from $150 up to $500 per month. So it's quite an investment, and it's something that you could do, I'm sure, over just a short period of time. It's not like you have to do it like me and keep your coach forever. You could probably have them for 3 months or 6 months and just learn some stuff and then move on. Number two thing is to run intervals. So if you want to get faster, you've got to run fast. So running intervals, you can do it on a track. I do it on the treadmill in the winter. And so you're going to do a few intervals at a 400 meter or 500 meter distance. And then you're going to do a few intervals at 800 or 1 kilometer distance. And you're going to put some rest time in between. So 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, or maybe a minute. And you're going to run those as hard as you can. So obviously your 400 meter, you're going to be able to run harder than your 800 meter. And each time you do your interval, so maybe like 3 or 4 workouts in a row, you're going to kind of hit the same times. And then, you want to try to decrease your pace time. So maybe you would notice a difference every month or so, and the seconds just coming down, hopefully. Number 3 thing that I think you can do to help increase your speed is weight loss. So typically the lighter you are, the faster you are. And so I feel for myself that this is a bit of a problem because for a runner, I'm a little bit heavy. I could be lighter. And so I feel like if I lost a little bit more weight, I could be faster. So this isn't always true, but for most people it is. So I think it's very important though that you don't want to restrict calories. So you don't want to be in a calorie deficit to try to lose weight. So myself, you guys know I eat a lot of food. I eat 3,000 to 3,400 calories per day. If it's a non-training day, I may only do 2,500, but that's still tons compared to what other people are eating. So I don't believe in calorie restriction. I believe over time, naturally, the weight's going to come off your body if you're eating a clean, healthy diet and you're working out. So number 4 is you can also run hills. So let's say 1 week, instead of doing your interval run on the track, you decide you're going to do some hill repeats. So you could put these into a longer run, and you could put hills in intermittently in the run, or you could do hill repeats where you ran up the hill 2 to 3 minutes, and then your recovery is running down the hill, and then right away back up the hill, and then down the hill. Okay? Another way to get programs like this, so if you don't want to do the coaching, you can get lots of information from, there's magazines, there's running magazines, there's triathlon magazines, and a lot of these magazines have programs in them for people to use, okay? So it's free information, really, really great tool to use for your training. Eating a clean diet, staying very well hydrated. You wanna make sure your body's hydrated, and you wanna be careful not to overtrain. So if your body's feeling tired, you wanna take downtime, because if you push yourself too much, too hard, you take a risk of getting injury, or you take a risk of exhaustion, and then you can't train. So that's not gonna make you faster. And also you want to stay consistent. So, well, you don't want to overtrain. You need to make sure that every week you are consistent. You need to put your few days in a week, you know, whether it's 4 days or 6 days, depending on how advanced you are. You need to make sure you're putting that time in. And I think taking a recovery day at least once a week where you're not doing anything, not working out, is great to do. I do that myself, and just feels good to have one of those days. Planning a race, so having an event to do or look forward to is going to help you stay on track. So if you know you have a race coming up in 2 months, it's going to really motivate you to hit your pace times, to stay on top of your training, to make sure that you are staying consistent. As a general rule, volume and intensity should be added slowly to make sure that you don't overtrain or cause injury. All right, so I hope I have covered everything. If not, and someone's watching this video and you have something to add, post in the comments below. Anybody else has any more questions, you know, please post them in the comments box below. I would love to hear from you guys. I love getting new ideas on what to do for videos, so your feedback is always really appreciated. All right, if you guys like this video, press the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.